What is going on here? We've got a glass full of ice. Oh, and the trick was, can he get it in the glass? Ladies and gentlemen, he was successful. Now pull it out. Let's see what happens if you pull it out. Ta-da!
No way.
No way. It's like intestines inside the
Another
glass. No, I don't want it to blow up in my face. Sorry. All right. The gimbal has a life of its own today, but we got you back on track. Welcome to the Glass Academy.
All right.
Where Oliver's going to see what he's going to do with this glass. This was a glass that wasn't going to make it. It was kind of wonky. We trimmed it. And we're like, if we put ice in it and pour hot glass in it, will it break? And the answer is no.
It did not.
So what we can do now is set it aside.
Yeah, I was thinking about how I was going to clean it up when it did break. I didn't really think about a plan for when it survived.
I know,
so
same.
I'm just going to wheel this over here.
And if we hear a snap, crackle, pop later, it could very well be that.
Yeah, I'll keep my eye on it, but...
All right, this is Oliver.
Oh, hey there, everybody. Good to be back on the show. Show
He's one of the players.
Show 3:30. Show 3:30 today.
Feels like 3:30, like it's afternoon.
It does.
This is Chris Nordine. He's going to be making our first members-only piece.
What's happening, everybody? What's happening, members out there? This is going to be a sweetie. I'm going into some Baby Yoda green. A few good coats of that on there, and then we're going to do a pretty cool, one-of-a-kind technique with some tasty bar color. It's going to be a cool thing to see. I don't think I've done anything like this on the show before, so it's going to be pretty neat.
Got our bar color right here, all prepped up. Do you want that bar color after you blow the bubble in, or do you want it before you get the bubble in?
I think we're going to put it on somewhere in between.
Right in between, okay?
Yep, so I think I'm going to be ready for you as soon as you get that ready.
Got it.
All right, I'm going to walk over and introduce. Beth is our tech gal. She's got all the makings here to make the sound system work. Sarah is also here available to answer questions.
Just blew some air into the pipe and capped it. That's called capping off, when you blow air into the blowpipe and then you put your thumb over it and the moisture from your breath expands, blows out the bubble, so you don't have to blow it out really hard into the pipe.
And at some point you'll see me. My name's Michelle and I'm your host, your MC for the evening. If you're new to the Gathering Point show, this is our Tuesday night live show. And it's better than coming in person because I can bring you right to the action. And right now, the action is these small little dots of glass being attached to the main body of the piece, which is green. It kind of looks like this weird olive color,
Lift.
but it's actually a bright green.
No way.
It is polka dotted.
Chris, that's too many bits in one go.
Oh, I like one more if you want to get that hot.
Okay.
I got one little spot I want to fill in right there. Cool thing about this technique is it's okay to let it get nice and cold, because when I go in and heat this up, the body of the piece is going to be really hard and the color melts easier than the rest. So I'm going to go in and get it really hot. Now I'm going to get these things hot and they're going to flatten out and become perfectly round polka dots on the piece, which is going to look great. We're done with the garage. Beautiful. Oliver's always thinking about the financial side of things, and there's no reason to make sure that we keep the thing going right now because the garage, because it just sucks up energy, and that's what a glass shop does. So I'm going to go to the marver and we're going to have a really cool technique. The marver shot's going to be key right here. You see how round those are.
How is it feeling in terms of stiffness? Because I know you put a green down. Green's a very soft color.
I think the gold brown's real soft too. I think we're in business. This thing's feeling real creamy. I'm talking right out of the butter jar.
So when they're talking about rod color and frit color, this stuff in the tray is the frit. It's like crushed up sugar. The bar is this stuff. It's literally a solid bar of glass mixed high concentrated color. So I could take half an inch of this yellow and make a large picture with it. So it's super ultra concentrated color. those are going to blow up and be really high concentrate color on the side of this piece.
Good. I did lie earlier, folks. I gotta say, I'm really sorry, but I said I never made one of these before, and I just remembered in the back of my brain that I did make one of these, and it was blue with orange dots. And Michelle might remember, but it was literally like 20 years ago, and it was pretty sweet. It was so sweet, it made it into our cabinet, and then it made it into our overflow storage cabinet in the basement, and it's still around. One more light puff. Blow.
So this show tonight is the tumbler show. The tumbler show is pretty cool because you get to make a bunch of pieces and test out different color patterns. Something we've done since the beginning of our studio. It's a way for us to test colors, to test shape, size. Different colors react different to each other. And so when you put them on something, sometimes you don't have the effect that you're thinking. The colors are stiff or soft and they don't necessarily work together. So this is a great like test sample before you do a production run of something.
I'll take a Maurice.
Maurice, you got it.
Okay, so Maurice is a small little padded glass on the bottom, and what that does is allows when the punty goes on, it won't chip off any of the color on the bottom, which is valid because you don't want to have a missing spot of color.
Unless you specifically want to chip some off. On this particular color, I don't, that green on the side, and my design flip is changing right now before my and all your guys' eyes, because it looks so nice. I don't want to do what I was going to do to it, which was I was going to torch each one of those polka dots, and I was going to go in with the tweezers on the inside and press them out so that there was a very organic kind of like sea urchin look to the tumbler. But at this point it's looking so tight and they're looking so clean that I really think I want to leave it the way it is, which is a pretty sexy looking tumbler. We're going for the punty. This is when you transfer the vessel off of the pipe. Oliver just made me a sweet punty, a perfect one. I'll tell you what, I don't know if Eddie's watching or not, but after having some punties from Eddie the other day all day, it sure is nice to have a punty come from a guy who knows what he's doing.
Does Eddie watch the show?
I don't think so.
So we can say whatever we want about Eddie.
That's right. Eddie. That
it
guy.
Was fun.
I don't know if anybody noticed this or not, but that's my whoop.
What does that mean?
My whoop.
One more time for the people in the back.
And a whoop is item that you attach to your wrist, and it tracks your stress, your sleep levels, your steps, your big toenail growth, everything. I mean, it's that good.
That's something I'm curious about right now.
Yeah, I was blowing glass the other day in one of the most heated, stressful situations I ever had. And afterwards, I was like, I'm gonna look at my whoop and see how high my stress went up. And my stress was completely normal, Oliver. Can you believe that?
Average for you.
Which is like...
If I...
I mean, you saw how I was getting this. We lost like 5 pieces in a row and I was really having a hard time. And I was upset and very angry and confused and pretty much losing my mind.
So why don't you call the people at Whoop and tell them it's not
They
working?
need to have a bar in there that says, mind was lost, 3% or something. This is looking pretty cool, and I didn't want to go organic-matize it, because look how sweet those are. And we're gonna bring out some beautiful iridescence in that gold brown, but we're gonna do a stamperoonie first. Now we're gonna go for a little change here. See how those are brown right now? We're gonna bring out that iridescence in there, because that gold brown's got a lot of silver nitrate in it.
Wow, those spots are like mirrors.
They're looking cool. I'm gonna do one more lighty and we're gonna put it away. Now remember, this is only available to the members, our dedicated members, and the people who are super amazing and unbelievable. They're gonna be able to get a hold of this piece, whoever's got the fastest fingers.
Oliver's using a torch, and what that does is just smooth out any rough edges. All right, meanwhile, Chris has had ample time to plan for his next piece.
And this next piece is kind
away
of
he
special.
goes.
Next piece is a little bit special. Been a long time since we've done a custom order on the show,
Tell us about this one.
this one here comes, I might butcher this name, apologies if I do. I didn't do it on purpose. I believe this is coming to us from Elise. And this is a super artist choice. This is a tumbler, kind of inspired the theme of the show here, which is all about tumblers today. Roughly 14 ounces, and then pastel colors. That's the deal here. So I got some pastel colors out for Chris. His brain's working right now.
It is, and I've got some tasty pastels right here. I already used the Baby Yoda, but I'm thinking backup action. Got a beautiful transparent purple, so I'm going to have you bring me a bit of each one of those, Oliver, with like 3 coats on each one. And I'm going for a transparent base, and we're going to have some serious looking, I think I want to go some spaghetti.
So the trick with these spaghetti pieces is there's lots of layers of color. The core glass inside is getting awfully cold with each layer of color. So at some point he's going to have to superheat it in the glory hole, get it all nice and molten, all sticking together, and then he'll be able to blow it up. So right now that core is a little solid.
I wish we could
solid,
save it
but
like this. Look how cool that looks, you guys. It's a hairdo.
lots of colors going on this. What they're going to look like blended is anyone's guess.
My guess, I know what they're going to look like. Super cool. So I'm heating them up, but I don't want to have a lot of that color on the moil. So once it starts moving, I'm going to bring it out and swing it out so that the color goes down into the piece. Kind of wraps around the whole bottom of the vessel or the bubble, which is that transparent deep hyacinth. The hyacinth, the purples, the perps. The perps are made from manganese. That's the earthly element off the periodic table that makes purple, guys. And it is a sweet, sweet element because that transparent purple is a gorgeous color. Blow. Keep going. And mind you guys, remember, this is a custom piece for a customer. Look how cool that's looking. She specifically said artist choice, but look at that texture. And I made a point not to melt it all in so that it was very texturous, still super smooth to the touch. And she wanted it to be about 14 ounces. This thing is looking pretty cool, Oliver. Blow lightly. Good.
The glass does have to cool overnight. So anything we make during this live show, it's not ready until tomorrow. Tomorrow the whole team is not here, but Thursday they're here, so they film a video of what the finished items look like.
But this is going to make the piece, you guys, really, really tight on the bottom. And what we're doing is Bess is going to cap the air from coming out of the end of the blowpipe, and Oliver's going to use a paddle, and his paddle is going to merge with the jacks, my jacks, and we're going to create a perfect 90-degree bottom on this.
So to give you an idea, this was a balloon, and Oliver pushed on the bottom, it would squeeze the air out.
Not too hard.
So by Bess having her hand down there at the other end, that air can't go out the pipe.
All right, that's beautiful, Bess. Wow, I cannot believe it. We got a little Bess mojo on this piece.
This almost looks tie-dye. It is super cool.
Yeah, that's looking really sweet. All right, we're going for a little Maurice, and then we're going to punty this puppy up and finish her up. Push. This is one of the nicer tumblers I've made in a really long time, and I think it's amazing. Check it out before we put the stamp on it, but look at that thing.
It looks really cool. It looks like tie-dye spaghetti.
It's a really beautiful piece.
And it looks like Chris is ready to get started.
I'm pulling up a picture to show you guys the inspiration behind this. This is my favorite Phillies uniform, the powder blue with the burgundy.
All right, so I picked up some of this opal sky blue, which is pretty much the same color as the jerseys. I'm going to be making a rocks glass out of this. It's going to be a tasty one, you guys, and I'm going to blow it into the Bolatone mold, which is this Italian mold. I got 4 coats of that beautiful Philly blue. The trick to making a rocks glass that's very functional and ergonomic is to have it go from being super thick on the bottom and then have the walls of the rock glass go from being thick at the bottom all the way up to nice and thin at the top. So when you put it up to your lip, it just massages your lip.
I have a technical question for
All right.
Hannah.
Technical question. Technical question.
The blue light special. The technical question, the blue light special.
Hannah says, technical question. I saw a video today of a thing they call an overlay. First they put a colored bit on the gather and then they rolled it on the table so it looked like a little hat on top and then covered the whole gather. Then they made a pumpkin out of it. Is there any advantage to doing it that way?
No.
There you go, everybody. There's your answer.
There's the high-tech answer.
No, but there's definitely advantages to doing color overlays. And really what color overlays are all about is when you're going to be doing some type of carving in the glass. Because you can blow out a white bubble and then you can overlay it with green and then overlay it with blue and then red and yellow and then go afterwards, carve through it and make a sunset with all those colors depending on how deep you carve through the glass. That's where overlays originated.
Ooh, I like this color pattern already. All right, using the Taglia, he's flat in the bottom, and then Oliver's ready with the paddle because then he's gonna go on the top and kind of square it up. These are really nice in rocks glasses because you can stick them in the fridge or the freezer, and it's gonna make your glass nice and cool, kind of hold that coolness in there. All right, using a small bit of glass on the end of a pipe, Oliver was able to shape a punty, and that attaches to the bottom of the rocks glass.
The MRI machine.
So this is the same color as the foot, guys, a beautiful deep ruby that's made with the mineral copper. So it's different than a gold. It's more like a Merlot red. Or I would say like a Philly Jersey red. Pretty much all the same minerals off the periodic table that make glass, make fabric color. Look at this amazing rocks glass for some birthday person out there in the world who likes Philly. Woo, baby.
There's 3 pieces of paper. You pick one, Oliver.
You want first honors?
No.
Okay.
No. What you got, Oliver?
This one right here.
Oliver,
that
what do you
says
have?
that?
Color.
Upside down, spin it. There you go. For a minute it said Rolok.
Everyone knows what that is, so I'm doing color. You got it.
Oh boy, Michelle's starting it and Chris gets to put the finishing touches on. I like
All
it.
right, it's a teamwork one.
All right, well, I'm working the camera here, folks, while Michelle is gathering it up. We got Oliver over here doing his drawing. He's got his color pattern going on here, guys. Here's the view right here over her shoulder where she can step over to the left if she wanted to and hide behind the heat shield and then come back over and peek into the hole and see what she's working on. It's definitely something that's important when you're blowing glass because when you're standing in front of that hole for 8 hours a day, you need relief. So she's marvering it up on the steel plate here, and it's only one color right now. Is that correct, Michelle?
That is correct.
Yeah, so what she's doing right now is she's marvering it and shaping the glass to prepare it to blow a bubble into it. And when you roll the glass on a steel plate, like the marvering table, it chills the surface of the glass and gives it a specific skin of stiffness so that when the bubble blows into the piece, it blows out symmetrical. Very, very important to use the marver. For a long time, early American glass blowers didn't use marvers, and they were using a newspaper, a wet newspaper, and the glass did not really do the same thing that the marver did. Oh, here's a color pattern coming at you, folks.
I'm following Oliver's direction on the floor. So this is,
Granny green.
and it's the solid stripe there. The next one he's going to bring is going in between.
Yep, and
And it
this
looks
is
like
where
it's
we're gonna
wiggly.
this is where we're gonna collaborate a little bit, Michelle. You have black for your base. That's granny green.
Okay.
Would you like blue, pink, or yellow for your next one?
That's the
Granny
drawing.
green, blue, pink,
What
or
color's the
yellow.
base of it?
Black.
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 Granny green, blue, pink, or yellow. I'm kind of going with yellow.
For those of you guys who just tuned in to the show, we just picked 3 stages of this drinking glass out of a basket, and each one of us got dealt a certain part of the process. Michelle got the start of the bubble, Oliver got the color design and pattern, and I got the finish the cup.
Can I interpret your squiggle the way I want to interpret your squiggle?
Yeah.
It looks to me like you just picked up some of this beautiful yellow, and that's sunflower yellow. It's a gorgeous, brilliant yellow. It ends up looking orange when it's hot because he's picking it up on a wad or gather of 2,000 degree clear crystal. So it instantly turns that color to a different color. Here we go. This is another sweetie.
Everyone's silent.
We were all just like, whoa.
I had 100 things I wanted to say, but that looked really sweet, Michelle.
This is ice cold.
Just keep rolling. Just keep rolling it, Michelle. She's like imagining cottage cheese all over the tweezers, and she's just rolling a rock hard piece of glass on the marver.
This is going to take forever.
This is why we do the triple combo action, guys. And it's amazing that we're doing this.
Mojo in the piece.
Go talk about
And
something
this
else.
isn't even the giveaway. This piece is going to be for sale.
I don't know what I'm doing, and you're going to have to open it.
It's made a transformation into a cylinder shape here. Michelle's been working it over here, doing an amazing job,
We'll do a paddle.
and it's looking good.
So see this big belly over here?
Looks so cool.
That's super soft. So that area wants to blow out right away. But the other colors are stiff. So they're like, I'm not moving.
I like it. Well, that's one of the things that we've mentioned many a times on the show, guys, is that different colors of glass melt at different temperatures. And she was just saying those 2 bright opaque colors wrapped around a super soft black glass is tough because you really have to have a strong forearm to press down on the sides like she's doing right now, so that the bubble does not blow through the soft black and it blows out equally
Give me a
between.
moment.
The result of that is an asymmetrical, super sweet shape, and she's got a great color pattern going on here. I'm loving it. I can't wait because at a certain point I'm going to be able to jump in there and I'm going to be able to open this thing up, rip it open, and finish the glass itself, and we're going to have the triple combo mojo special. So here's a Maurice, which is a small wad of glass that they put on the bottom, and she flattens it while Oliver's making the punty out of that leftover glass on the pipe. But she just went in there and she flattened it in there really nice. You can see those colors coming out on the camera right now. That's because they're getting cold. She's got to get right back into that heat source. If they get too cold, they're going to want to shatter off the blowpipe. Oh yeah, nice work, Shell. Off the pipe, and she is done, folks. I really like how you pinched that yellow bit and it got into like little tiny, like almost slug patterns.
Trying to look at like this squiggle, and I didn't want to Rosetta it. I thought I'd try something different.
Were you talking about this squiggle right here,
Oh,
or that
buddy,
squiggle right
that
there?
squiggle.
What really were you representing with that squiggle, Oliver? Could you elaborate on that a
colors.
little?
Well, I wanted to do like 2 color spirals like we did on the piece, but I only had 1 color of chalk in my hand, and if I colored it all in the same, I didn't want Michelle to think that I just wanted 1 color of a very tight spiral.
Right.
So I filled one in, I gave the other one a squiggle, so it looked like 2 different spiral trails.
All right, going for a rip. This is looking sweet. And Michelle, that spot you were talking about, I just pushed it back out with the
You gotta
jacks.
go on the outside too.
I don't know. I'm kind of really loving the way this all looks right here. That whole organic.
This little undulation that's met by the opposite end.
I think that thing's going to tumbler time.
That's where my thumb sits.
You got a big thumb too, big old thumb.
Huge thumb. Huge thumb.
All right, well, how about a stamp-a-rooney? We stamp every one of our pieces with the GA stamp, which is super sweet because you know it came from our studio in this tasty manganese opal black with these granny apple green and canary yellow undulating, masterfully placed and designed color patterns is going to be for sale.
This is the giveaway piece, so this is going to be our last piece of the night. It is not for sale. Our giveaway is never for sale. The only way that you can get it is by entering to win with the question of the week.
Hello?
Chain piece. This is you put it in an optical mold
Good.
and then you squeeze together the ribs and it gives the illusion of a chain on it.
All right, will you bring me a clear bit for the bottom of this? It's going to be like a
Black?
little mini foot. Probably like the size of a large grape, Oliver.
A genetically modified one or like a natural large grape?
I'm thinking like genetically modified all day long.
Okay.
We did have a technical question.
Technical question. Technical question.
The blue light special. The technical question, the blue light special.
Sean says, can you explain what an opaline color is?
Go ahead.
Yes, I can. Who asked, Sean?
Sean.
An opaline is a color that's opaque but still partially transparent, like a opaline white, or a opaline blue, where you blow it out and it's still partially transparent on, as opposed to being completely opaque. A lot of opalines are really nice. You get a lot of blues. Look at this, looking good. It's a pretty tasty looking goth wine tumbler.
Ooh, love the chain look.
That was a pretty sweet giveaway, guys. Make sure you enter that. I was a little bit nervous towards the end there because I don't know if Chris remembers the last giveaway I got to help make and touch and put my hands on hit the floor in a catastrophic way.
You are so talented. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, your giveaway. We'll wrap up the shards for you and put them in a box.
Send it in the mail.
Thanks for playing, everyone.
And if I did that to Chris's piece, then I would have really been in some trouble. Would have been a good nightcap on this evening. So I'm glad that that one made it in the box all safe and sound and looked awesome. That was a sweet chain link pattern.
I did want to recap that was our piece, you guys, not my piece. Our
Did
piece.
I say my piece?
You said my piece.
What I meant to say was his piece.
Our piece.
That I gazed upon.
No,
got
you
to-
said my piece. And
Hello.
I
I
it was
near the
our
light
piece.
of
Can we
Chris's
wrap up
glory.
the show, please?
So Annette pointed out one thing, the tweezers. That is exactly what I was just going to
Oliver,
say.
evidence right here.
It was the final piece. We're done for today.
You guys, thank you very much. It was an amazing show. We had a blast. It's super nice from Michelle and Oliver and I. And there's other shows when the other participants, like you know that kid in New York, He's here and he gets in on it, but we had a great show. It was super fun. The bus did not come around the corner, thank goodness. And if you don't know anything about the bus, you're going to have to go back. Thank you very much, you guys. We had a blast. We love it. Thanks for watching our show, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Loyal 2 League members, we'll see you Thursday. Talk to you later. You got gimbalized?
I like something that feels good on my mouth.
How's it feeling in terms of stiffness?
This thing's feeling real creamy.
Feel the cup, Oliver. Feel the cup.
Be one with the cup.
I'm very impressed.
You got a big thumb too, big old thumb.
Huge thumb. Huge thumb.
It just massages your lip. Woo, baby. You need relief.
Can I interpret your squiggle?
I'm sorry for the way I've been today.
Boom. Nice.